All right, let's look at the homework 1.1, problem number 7. All right, so we have 2 points given, 1 comma negative 2 and a 1 comma y, and the distance between those 2 points is 5. Then we want to find the values of y. All right, so let's do that. All right, so I'm gonna call 1 comma negative 2 as x1 comma y1 and the 1 comma y as x2 comma y2, and the distance d is equal to 5. All right, so remember we learned about the distance formula, which looks kind of like this. All right, so let's all the numbers we know, I'll plug them in and see what happens. All right, so you have a d equals 5, so I'm gonna put the 5 in there. All right, so if you put 5, and it's gonna look like this. All right, then x2 is 1, so I'm gonna put the 1 for x2. So here, 1 for x2, we get that. And x1 is actually 1 as well. So I'm going to put 1 in there, right? Then, but you realize that the 1 minus 1 is actually 0. So we can actually get rid of this one whole term here. So I'm going to get rid of that term because it's 0 anyway. So we end up with getting that. All right, so what's y2? y2 is y, so I'm going to put the y for y2. So we get that, all right? And what's y1? y1 is negative 2. So it's going to be minus negative 2. So can I turn it into plus 2? So instead of negative y1, I'm going to put plus 2 there. All right, so we end up getting this equation. Right? So here's the tricky part. Right? So when you apply square root and then you get rid of this squared, we have to consider the positive version and the negative version. So you're going to get the plus or minus 5 is equal to y plus 2. Right? Then all you have to do is get rid of this plus 2. So we subtract 2 from both sides. We get, all right, so let's see, 5 minus 2 is 3, and negative 5 minus 2 would be negative 7. So you're going to get 3 and the negative 7 as the values of y. All right, so let's type it in. All right, so we found 3 is one value and the other one is negative 7. All right, so let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got the correct answer. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.